Thank you for joining me. We have a great session today. I'm going to have my son. He's going to be moderating. He's not going to be on the video with me, but he's going to be asking questions that we feel maybe are some of the same questions you have about 3i Atlas and what's up ahead for us and what God is really trying to say to us in this hour. So we're going to get started. Like I said, if you have any questions also, you can hit me up, and email me or put in the comments. All right, so the last video, well, the one before the last video was about 3i Atlas, the interstellar object, what they're calling an object. But as I explained in the first video, this is not an object. This is a space mission. And we're going to jump off from there. The other video previous to this one, we were talking more about getting ready, getting prepared, the old ways, and learning how to be self-sufficient. Now we're going to continue on with this part. And I'm going to ask him, what questions he thinks a lot of people out there have. And we're just going to do a few of them and then go from there. So he's going to be our moderator, and we'll go from there. All right, what's one of your questions?
When should black people leave in proportion to the arrival of these aliens?
Well, in most of my videos for the last several years, I had been telling everybody through the Holy Spirit what God was giving me. This was 4 or 5 years ago, to leave America. And then one of them God Most High gave me was to leave by 2023. And one of the main reasons I see now that he wanted his people to leave by 2023 is because of these things happening and these forces of darkness converging, especially in America, because as I told you over and over again, America is the seat of the beast. It's where most of this stuff is going to take place. Yeah, later on, much later on, it's going to affect other nations. But for the first part, it's going to be America. You know why? Because the whore, the beast, Babylon was the one who, everything she did was not just for her own sin and her own luxurious living of evil. It was to spread it around the world. So what did it say? The instrument of sin will be the instrument of punishment. And so she's going to be the one that's going to get punished first. And so God Most High wanted his people to leave by 2023. But you still have an opportunity before this major onslaught happens. You still have a chance. But if you do it now, you're going to have to be, as they used to say in the military, you have to be rapid deployment. Because I sense in the spirit realm that people in America are already being affected mentally and emotionally by this dark force that's on its way, but already, like I said, put out certain powerful instruments to affect the mind and the spirit of the people. And that's why it's more harder now to leave than it was by 2023. You're not going to realize that because you're still in America. But I can see it because I left and I started seeing and experiencing some of the pushback when I was trying to get out and moving, from point A to point B. And I look back now and I really feel sort of sad because I know people are not that spiritually strong due to the false version of the European pagan religious system that he gave the burnt bronze children of the Most High. So they don't have a really strong foundation. They have a foundation. They're believers, and that's good. But they don't have a really strong fighting foundation when it comes to moving by the Spirit. And see, that was part of the Bible, the ancient word a long time ago. But now we gotta not worry too much about that. And, I believe in cutting your losses and doing the best you can with what you got. So that's one of the questions he just asked me. I believe, yes, what you can do now, even though this is in this last hour, is you can truly try to pull it together. You're going to have to fight harder against your own fears and anxieties, and that's a problem. And you're being affected by, the RFIs and all this stuff and the dark forces that are rising. But you can still pull it off. Next question.
What should you do if you believe in it, but your spouse doesn't?
Oh, wow, that's a good one. Oh my God, that's a good one. So many people have come to me and said, well, I really want to leave, but I have a hard time convincing my family or my friends or people, parents. I'm going to tell you straight, keep it real. Okay, this is something you're not going to want to hear. This thing is every man for himself. Now, that includes family. That includes whoever's listening. It's just like when the angels came for Lot. He told Lot, go talk to your daughters. Go talk to your son-in-laws. And whoever else is along with your family. But what happened in the end? Lot told everybody, but some of them laughed and thought he was joking. And he had to just cut his losses and leave and survive himself. So this is the same scenario. You can inform your family that's your love going forward. But if they don't want to listen to you, if they're giving you pushback and they're trying to convince you that you're crazy, this is wrong, even after everyone's seeing what is going on in America right now, before the big major downfall, then you've got to take care of you. You've got to be obedient. You've got to be faithful to Yahweh Most High. You've got to be committed to Him. He will give you that power and that reasoning ability, even though there are crazy things going on in the atmosphere. There are spiritual forces of darkness that has inundated America now, and that's why you feel uncomfortable. You feel not sure-footed. On one day you think, I've really got to get out of here. And the next day you're saying, people are just making up stuff. That's all an attack on your psyche by the forces of darkness to keep you. And not just that, the distractions. The distractions on the news, the distractions on black this and black that, trying to fight still for this black kind of, repositioning. No, that's past, that's over. That time has passed. This is saving your life. This is survival mode now. This is getting out of Babylon so you won't what? Take the sickness and diseases that is promised to those who remain there. Now, our last question he's going to ask us, and then we're going to be done with our moderator.
Should you wait until you think you have what you need to leave, or should you walk out on faith?
Oh my God. If that wasn't the best question of all. I get so many people asking me, well, hey, I even had one just the other day sent me this message, and I guess he was trying to be, kind and respectful, but he came across with a little, like, wait a minute. You have money, and all the rest of you people that's getting out and going to these other places, but everybody don't have money like you. And to answer the question that our moderator just posed to us is this. If you wait till you have enough money, or till all your bills are paid, or everything is in order, you're going to wait too late. And some of you, that's what you did. You heard my videos a few years back telling you to get up, get your stuff together, get your ducks in a row, excuse me, and get out of there. And some even come back to me and say, well, I've got some debts, this old, I've got this, I got to pay off. And I'm telling you, that's a tripwire. That's a trap in and of itself. If you're waiting to get everything perfect, that's what Satan is hoping. That's why he piled it all on you. He piled debts. He made you make wrong choices so that you in your mind would think, oh, well, I better get these debts. What's going to happen when America collapses? Not only is your bank account going to collapse and be depleted and could be overnight, all of those bills and stuff you worried about, there will be none effect. They won't even be a blimp on the radar screen of life. So you've got to look out for you and your family and your children. Get what you need to get. Trust the Most High. Just make sure you don't think you can take old sins with you. If you fornicate, now me and my boyfriend gonna get up out of here. Well, now listen, this is all about the righteous coming out. Those God have prepared for what's up ahead, and eventually in time returning to Jerusalem as a holy, righteous, obedient people. So we can't carry that old Babylonian system with us, borrowing and lending, usury. We can't carry that old Babylonian system of, sexual perversion and immorality. We can't carry all those things with us because that is what blockaded us in the first place, and that's what's going to hold us back. So I thank you, my moderator. He's leaving now. I appreciate him. Maybe on the next video we'll introduce him to you all. But I hope some of these questions and answers helped you out. And as I said, I'm going to keep doing these videos about this 3-eye atlas as it comes closer and closer into our area, because it is a big, major part of what's coming down on America and the judgment that will befall her. Thank you so much for joining me.